There have been a lot of controversies in gaming over the last few months. Some people have called it Gamergate 2. We've seen the fight against Sweet Baby Inc. We've seen what happened with Stellar Blade. And in general, over the last few years, we just seem to have a lot of people very upset, a lot of gamers, a lot of fans very upset about the way they're being treated, not just by mainstream games journalists, but also from some of these developers, from some of these publishers, and from some of these people in the games industry. So finally, we thought we had a big win with Helldivers. Helldivers 2 was massively popular, massively successful, not as big budget as some of these other things, but so many people playing it and so many people celebrating this game until a few days ago. Until this game, which was published by Sony, by the way, suddenly decided to make a big announcement. And this game went from overwhelmingly positive reviews, so much good word of mouth, a community out there that so many people are having fun each and every day, each and every week, playing Helldivers together. All of that has changed. Helldivers 2, going from one of the most beloved games of this year to one of the most hated, has to be studied. And it's true. If you go to Helldivers right now and you go to the Steam page, you can see that as of right now, it's mixed reviews. It was overwhelmingly positive. In just 2 days, that shifted to mixed overall. And recently, in the past 30 days, overwhelmingly negative. We've had over 200,000 negative reviews for Helldivers just in the past couple days. And that's because of this announcement. Helldivers, an important message from our partner PlayStation about account linking for PC players and its significance in providing player safety features. And it goes on and says, hey guys, account linking is a critical role protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studio games. This is our main way to protect players about griefing and abuse by enabling and banning players that engage in that type of behavior. Blah, 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 all this bullshit. As such, as of May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players will be required to connect their Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. And if you don't do it by June 4th, then you can't fucking play the game. That's basically what this is coming out and saying. As you can see, wasn't too well received. Got ratioed 15,000 comments to 14,000 likes. Look at the Steam page I just talked about. Overwhelmingly negative. And I can actually go here. We can look at the chart. Look at all the positive. There's some negative ones because there were some problems in the first little bit, the first couple of weeks. But other than that, massively positive, positive, positive. Until, here we go, a few days ago. There's been 7,000 positive ones and 186,000 negative ones just in the last day or two. It is getting massively, massively review bombed, and not for just no reason, for a good reason, because a lot of people that played this game now cannot. One, because some people don't want to be forced to create a PlayStation Network account just to play this game because they don't want to be involved with PlayStation, whatever it may be. But also, there's a lot of countries where PlayStation Network isn't even fucking available. And so a lot of people are saying, what the fuck is this? How do you have this game that's out for months and months and months, and then all of a sudden slide this in after it had overwhelming success? And you saw the CEO of Arrowhead, the developers for this game, come out and apologize, say we didn't handle this right. We should have let you guys know more. We should have been more vocal about this. We knew this was coming, but maybe we didn't do a good enough job of letting you guys know that this was coming. And as all of this is happening, Sony's getting fucking destroyed, right? Sony fucks us over and the developers get all the blame. Helldivers 2 fans aim their cannons at Sony for letting Arrowhead take the fall. Now, there's been a lot of other things, which we may go into at a different time, where you have these community managers for the game, for Helldivers 2, that are being a little snappy with people, that are saying a lot of bullshit, spreading bullshit about it. But when it comes down to it, they are not the ones that decide how the game gets sold. It is Sony. Sony are the ones that control the selling of this game. And Sony has now doubled down after a massive wave of backlash. Instead of listening to gamers, listening to fans, anything like that, they decided to double down. Sony doubles down on Helldivers 2 PSN requirement by taking it off sale for PC in numerous countries. They delisted it on Steam. And this is Sony that controls all of this because they are the publisher. They're the ones that controls when and how it gets sold, not actually the developer itself. And they decided, you know what? All these people bitching, we're going to delist it. In 177 countries, I believe that's what it was, 177 countries where it got taken down. Sony in the last few hours effectively doubled down on its decision to require PC players to log into PSN account to keep Helldivers 2 by delisting the game entirely in countries where the service isn't officially available. SteamDB Tracking has picked up a very, very long list of nations where the title will no longer be sold, which you can view through here. Let's see if we can find it right now. Look at all these fucking things. Look at all these places that you can no longer buy Helldivers. And as all of this is happening, right, this is coming on the heels of another massive issue we had with Stellar Blade, where it seemed like Sony may have played a role in censoring the game before its release. Now Sony is involved with essentially completely fucking over the entire fan base and saying, if you don't log in, if you don't make a PlayStation Network account, if you don't link this shit, you're not gonna be able to play the game anymore. Now, I will say that I don't think it's been handled great or perfectly or anything by Arrowhead. The CEO has apologized. He did put out this today. Is this a moment to tweet? What? You guys don't have phones? On a serious note, we're talking solutions with PlayStation, especially in non-PSN countries. Your voice has been heard. I'm doing everything I can to speak for the community, but I don't have the final say. I want to go through some of these replies because I think it's important. Why are you acting blameless? Like, should have known for probably years that PSN would be a requirement. And I bet it was your call that it would not be enforced in the beginning to help with server load. I do have a part to play. I'm not blameless. It was my decision to disable account linking at launch so players could play the game. I did not ensure players were aware, and we didn't talk about it enough. We knew for about 6 months, let's see what it says, 6 months before launch, that it would be mandatory for online PlayStation titles. So this was not some like, well, in response to Stellar Blade, they did. That's not what it was. It never was anything like that. That's 6 months before they knew it was going to be the case. Wait, if you knew about it for 6 months, then why sell it to non-PSN countries? We do not handle selling the game. And that's right. Like, Sony are the ones that decided to do it that way and let that happen. And now Sony has pulled the rug out from everybody. And Helldivers, overnight, went from a massive success story, a game that so many people were looking towards and saying, yes, finally, just a fucking fun game. And, really sticking it to some of these AAA studios, blah, blah, blah. One day, one announcement, one thing, one fucking misstep is all it takes. And now I don't know what they can do because I don't think Sony's going to budge. They're only doubling down. And now Helldivers 2, which had been one of the success stories of the year in gaming, it's all turned around on them. It is now a massive, massive problem, and it doesn't look like gamers are going to budge anytime soon either.